This dog, after becoming homeless, still trusted humans. It had no choice but to scavenge leftover food from other dogs, only to be brutally driven away by its female owner. The woman even cornered the dog and cruelly sprayed it with a water gun. The dog could only whimper helplessly and dodge repeatedly. It didn't understand why the humans it once relied on were now treating it this way. Fortunately, the dog also encountered kind-hearted students, but the school had no place for it. It was quickly chased away by the dog catchers. In panic, it could only hide under tables and chairs, repeatedly enduring the beatings of wooden sticks from humans. Homeless life made the dog realize the darkness of human nature. It came to the town where it once parted from its grandfather. Looking into the distance at its former home, it suddenly wondered if grandfather might have returned. So after much running around, the dog finally returned to its former home. But it only discovered that everything had changed. It didn't know the house had been sold by grandfather's son. Still innocently believing bad people had occupied its home to help grandfather keep the house, the dog rushed forward, barking incessantly to try to stop them. But how could such a small dog stand against humans wielding iron pry bars? The dog was quickly and ruthlessly driven away. From then on, it became a completely homeless stray dog. After various experiences, the dog began to hate humans. The beautiful memories of living with grandfather and grandmother were also sealed in its heart. Finally, feeling hopeless, it decided to escape the town and live in the wilderness. During its wandering, the dog met a companion with the same experience. The two dogs fell in love at first sight. Soon after, 3 adorable puppies were born. The dog had companionship and children of its own. It felt like it had found the happiness it once had, living with grandfather and grandmother. Every day was carefree, but not long after, the dog's mate was brutally killed by humans, leaving the dog and 3 young children to struggle through life. The home it had finally found was scattered in an instant. From then on, the dog hated humans even more. But who knew misfortune would strike one after another? This day, the puppies hiding in a corner caught the attention of 2 bad people. Just as one of them was about to grab a puppy, the dog in the distance rushed over in time. Like its mother had once protected it, it unhesitatingly placed itself in front of its children. It struck a fearless stance and kept barking to try to scare off the bad people. But the dog was ultimately no match for humans. It was quickly anesthetized and locked in a cage. The 3 children couldn't escape their fate either. Fortunately, the ones who caught them were workers from an animal shelter. The man was worried the puppies would be frightened, so he arranged for a veterinarian to prepare to give them a checkup. But just as the man opened the cage door, the dog, still under anesthesia, heard the commotion. It actually forced its eyes open. Then, swaying unsteadily, it stood up to protect its children. A colleague nearby couldn't help but marvel. This was the first time he had seen a dog with such a strong maternal instinct. Everyone was moved by the dog's great love. But even so, the man still wrote down the dog's execution date on a board, because the shelter had a rule that any dog brought in had to be adopted within a week. If not, they would be euthanized.